We're live. It's Wednesday, hump day, another episode of the Hot List. Hulahan. I'm here with Johnny. St. Johnny. We might have a different nickname for him next week in Vegas, Johnny. What's
Woo!
going on, man?
Going to the ninth island, buddy. Yeah, leaving on Sunday. Got the big real estate Kool-Aid festival in the ninth island. Yes, that's how much people go to Las Vegas from Hawaii. They call it the ninth island. My wife and I were talking about that, and she was in some chats and stuff on social media, and people that have moved to Vegas were talking about more people from Hawaii coming to Vegas, kind of talking about the benefits for them. They sell their $1 million plus place here, go buy a big place over their cash, got some money left over to live. You got Zippies over there now, multiple Hawaiian restaurants. Living in the desert, so you got palm trees and sand, right?
It's becoming a spot for a lot of things, all the sports teams, all the events, the big sphere globe thing that they got going on. I mean, we have a few clients that have kind of done that and moved out there. So people do
Absolutely.
it. It's
That's
not for
right.
everyone. There is
That's it.
no ocean in Vegas, but I heard they're trying to build a beach. Did you hear about that?
I have not, but
Some sort
slap a
of
wave
beach
pool in there,
project.
dude. I'm done. Slap a good wave pool in there on that beach, bro. Maybe I go.
There we go. So before we jump in, Johnny, we had a question from Kevin on the YouTube page. He was
Ooh.
asking, um, what say you about the NAR lawsuit effects here on Maui?
Hmm.
So what have we been seeing around the NAR rulings, the changes in how business can be done? Love
Yep.
to hear your thoughts.
Yeah. So let's remember it's NAR, not NRA, right? So
Yep.
it's National Association of Realtors. Yep. I know some people get that one mixed up. It cracks me up every time.
No
So
guns
what
on this
happened?
one.
Yeah, this happened in August, right? There was some misuse of linguistics and language surrounding seller commissions. There were buyer agents that were kind of advertising their services as free of charge to you, the buyer. And so, because of all this, there were some lawsuits done, and NAR ended up settling with the individuals. And then, more importantly, it drastically changed how real estate is done from that day forward. So, big change. One of the biggest changes was I no longer, when I go into the MLS and I look at what's called the Plano, which is the sheet of information, um, I have a special sheet that I can see that involves different information that only realtors get to see. And I used to be able to plainly see what the commission was offered to the buy side from the sell side. That has been eliminated. So that's a big one right there. Number two, I can't show homes to buyers without an agreement in place. And the big one is called the buyer broker representation agreement. Real has come up with a more innocuous form of that called the touring agreement. And the difference is the touring agreement, there's no compensation discussion there. Whereas the buyer broker agreement does make a statement that a lot of people find alarming. And what it basically explains is if the seller is not willing to pay me a commission, you have to pay me the commission to the buyer. And I want people to understand that the only time that would happen is the buyer has full awareness of this and they love the house so much. And because of the scenario, that's the only way we could get the deal done. So just know that that was one of the big changes there. Now, um, what's interesting though is that agents, brokers can advertise sellers' willingness to pay a commission in marketing. So not on the MLS anymore, but doing separate marketing. So to answer your question, Kevin, right now, because of a soft market, my inbox is filled with nothing but offers to compensate buyer agents. How I feel this will change is going to be market specific. So if we reverse back to the craziness that the COVID market brought about, and I'll be the first one to say that I thought COVID was going to crash the market. So that's why we don't predict markets as realtors. We're only good at interpreting them, what's happening right now, because nobody knows, right? So COVID market, everything's going crazy. You have high competition. People are overpaying above the asking price for it. They're getting rid of all their protections, what were called contingencies, no inspection contingency, et cetera. So I feel if we go back to highly competitive markets like that, sellers will not be paying compensation to buyers agents. I feel that that's going to be something that falls on buyers because, again, yet another thing that now we have to negotiate on.
Yep. Simply stated there, I think it becomes a negotiation piece where
There it
right
is.
now it's an offer and we're seeing some ridiculous offers, some desperation offers in our email inboxes of people offering more and more commission, offering to pay HOA fees for a year. Sellers are getting kind of desperate to unload some of these properties. So that's sort of what we're seeing. In addition to that, I think kind of plainly across the board, like most agents are still offering some sort of compensation. They're advertising it very, very strongly in their email blasts and on their social media, wherever, anywhere but the MLS. So I guess plainly, we haven't seen that much change in terms of the compensation or the concessions, that kind of thing. But that could come if and when the market shifts.
Please know that we do have strategies, multiple strategies for potentially getting that handled. So, when the time comes, somebody wants to strategize with us, happy to go over that with you. If you find yourself on Maui and you're one of our subscribers, you want to go out for coffee or a smoothie, I'm your guy. We can go talk Maui real estate. So just putting that out there, a little bit of aloha. Let's jump into the Hulahan here, Danny, before your battery dies, shall we?
And Kevin, thanks for the question. Anyone else, if you have questions, we will listen. We will address it in our next video. So
We wiggle like puppies when we get a comment. All right, Danny. Oops. Can you see my screen there? Am I on the Hulahan screen on your side
yep,
there, Danny? Cool.
good to go.
Oh, we are good to go. Here we go, man. Let us start out with this guy right here. Beautiful view of Lanai right there. We're at Kaanapali Hillside. So we're at the Kaanapali Golf Estates in the Summit Estates. So we've had to go through a gate to get here. And we're looking at 2771 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom, 4.5-bath home. It has been on the market for 238 days. It's been reduced by about 400,000 from the original list price of 3875. I love Kaanapali Hillside. For me, it is an amazing location on the west side. You're halfway, as you're heading up north from Lahaina, you're about halfway between Lahaina and Kapalua, if you would. So for me, it's a really, really convenient location for the west side. I can get to Lahaina as quickly as I can get out to the surf at Honolulu Bay past Kapalua. So there are some
And
maintenance fees.
most
Yeah.
importantly, it favors well to the golf cart lifestyle that you
Oh,
thoroughly
good
enjoy.
time. You got all the resorts down here, guys, and you can take a golf cart through this neighborhood here, never touch the highway, get all the way to the beaches, Whalers Village, all the great restaurants and the resorts there. I concur, Danny. It is definitely a golf cart lifestyle there. So great house there, great location. Kahana Outrigger. So Kahana Outrigger is leasehold and it's always going to remain leasehold, in my opinion. So what does leasehold mean? Once again, you own ownership in the condo structure itself. You have no interest in the land that it sits on. So basically paying about half price for the condo because you get no land, but that's made up in the maintenance, or not the maintenance fees, the lease rent, the land lease. So fees 2505 there. This is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, lives large, 1448 square feet. Um, Started this listing out at 1,170,000. So a severe reduction there. Here is the additional fees. So 2505 pays for exterior maintenance, exterior insurance, water, sewer, trash, maybe some additional things in here. I'd do a deep dive if you wanted me to. But in addition to that, you're also going to pay an additional $1,544 per month for the land. So 888 gets you into the condo, which is a deal in my opinion for this size and room configuration. But you're going to pay 4,000 plus a month in the fees. The expiration of this lease not until 2071. You can get conventional financing on this guy here and go 30 years. The one downside is this guy's on the Minatoya list. So I feel it'd still make a great second home, but the vacation rentability may go away. This guy here, Danny, it seems like a deal to me, bro. 1370, small house, 1168, but you're directly across the street from the beach. And the next most valuable home after the one that's on the beach is the one across the street from the beach. This one's got some nuances though, dude. So it's Unit A. There's a 4-pack in here of homes. This was a legacy Hawaiian property in the past where that was probably all family members there. Um, they've CPR'd it. So condominium property regime. You're looking at Unit A, which is right there. But the owner here is an interesting dude, man. I had a title report pulled here. There's judgments against him. He's in a fight right now against the company that's been hired to get the water to him from the water meter there. So cash purchase only, kind of some funk in there. But, you know, man, when there's funk, sometimes there's opportunity. So just know I know a bit about this property. If you find yourself interested in it, you want to get involved in something that's across the street from the ocean, reach out and we will fill you in. Anything you want to add to that there, Danny?
Nope, I think you covered most of it on that one.
Cool. I think you showed it in the past too, way back in the day, huh?
Many years ago, like
Yeah,
2017, I was showing it.
that's cray. So here we are back in Kaanapali Hillside, back at the Kaanapali Golf Estates, but not at one of the others like Summit, etc. 92 days on the market. This is 3,031 square feet, built in 99, 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath for under 3 million. That's a big drop from the 3.5 there. Beautiful views once again of Lanai right there. And then there's all the resorts right down below. So that's becoming attractive. This one here, zoned commercial, but it's also a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. That's a steal now, Danny. 650, definitely a small lot, 2330. But you could turn this into a business as well. You've got a lot of parking in front there because I've looked at the aerial view, kind of in a little bit of a cul-de-sac with no street parking. But man, that one's looking more and more like a deal every day, Danny. You got the Maui Sunset, popular vacation rental here. Jury's out on this one. I've seen this one advertised as being hotel zoned. I've seen it elsewhere where it isn't, but that's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, been on the market for a month, 939 square feet, 1,019 for the maintenance fee. What do you say about Maui Sunset, Danny?
It's a nice property. I like the location. It feels and looks like a hotel.
Yep.
It'll be interesting to see where they go with it. But I think the green space in front of it really is the big selling feature for me. It's
What do
just
you
a
like about
beautiful
that?
area. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful area. I mean, it's set back a little bit. There's just not that many places to kind of recreate on Maui in open space. So
Hmm.
throw the football around, grab a frisbee, bocce ball, just lay on the grass. I mean, it's nice.
Good comments, brother. Love that. The old South Point here, man. 11204. So we're upstairs. Do not have the yard downstairs. We're looking at a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Looks like from the 6 iPhone pictures, it has been updated a little bit. But looking at 665, and I've seen some in the 500s there. Some is sold in the high 4s that are in rougher condition. So, seems like it's kind of priced maybe market value, slightly aspirationally. 568 is your maintenance fees there at the South Point. Got one here, Lower Chemo Drive, man. I looked at the pictures in here. It's got a cool beachy vibe. This is a 3-pack, so it has been CPR'd, and we're looking at the third portion of this here. I looked at the CPR map. B is where you can have the Ohana. C is you can't build any structures on it, livable structures on it, but there is a C lot there. So from 2.4 acres, you're getting 0.7 acres of exclusive common elements. You get this beautiful home up there in Kula, where you get some amazing views. So 1752 listed at 2.4 there. So we are definitely above that $1,000 a foot. Got some beautiful lanais there. We'll keep an eye on that one though. Kaanapali Ali, starting right from the aerial view there of the amenities. And this is where there used to be a huge sidewalk And there's still a big space here of beach, but Conopoli Point, the surf spot, is just off the photo, and sometimes you get some big swells. And that kind of took out that whole area right there. So Kaanapali Ali'i, one of two hotel zone condominiums on Kaanapali Beach proper. These don't come up a whole bunch, Danny.
Very rare.
Yeah, dude. So Ma'alaya, Makani Akai, 900,000 for a two-bedroom, two-bath. Beautiful views there across the bay. Looks like we're looking at maybe the West Maui Mountains. B11, 930 square feet, 1257 for the maintenance fees. We've had this discussion though, Danny. What did you say about hotel zone properties in Ma'alaya? Can't remember if there
There
are
are
any
none.
there.
There
None
are
that,
none.
so they're all zoned apartments. So that's
All
going to
zone
be interesting.
apartment. Just a quick recap there. You're looking over Haycroft Beach, right at the end
Mm,
of the road there in Ma'alaya. So that's actually Haleakala in the background.
gotcha.
But
Not
yeah,
bad.
beautiful stretch of beach. I think we're about 5 miles into North Kihei that you can walk along. It's a really nice feature. I always say I love Malaya when I live there, and a lot of people don't know that sort of feature. And that beach is almost always empty. It's a really nice walk. You go through kind of that wetland area as well. So
Yeah.
a lot to love
Yeah,
about it.
Leah, for sure. It's actually a decent surf spot there, Acraft. The freight train rarely breaks, but when it does, it's amazing. But Haycraft does catch its out swell here and there. Lots of Kamalani, Danny, for 775.
We'll see.
What do you feel about this leading picture here?
Kind of flat. Feels like I'm in an apartment or something.
I mean, lots of carpet. I've got a chest freezer right here. Looks like it's, in original condition. So I kind of feel like that pricing's a bit aspirational. Still ongoing litigation against the developer and the AOAO there. So, financing is being done by a few lenders.
Quick
Um,
note, quick note.
yeah, let's hear it.
So this is a 3-2 layout, but it's
Okay.
the smaller of the 3-2 layouts. So the bigger
Mm,
one is over 1,000 square feet. This is at
yep.
925. So a little
Gotcha.
differentiating feature, something to be
Hmm.
aware of. Not all three bedrooms are the same at Kamalani.
There you have it. We've got two different types of condos there. We all got the townhomes at Kamalani, and the differentiation there is they come with a garage. Fiber optic internet, a big feature of their AOAO. Am I correct there, Danny?
100%.
That's it. So here we are. We're looking at another CPR property, condominium property regime, right off Haiku Road. So headed up towards Haiku is what I'm assuming here. 945. What's that get me? Well, it gets me a two-bedroom, two-bath home, 856 square feet. The entire land square footage for the entire parcel is 4.6, and you are getting 1.23 acres of the 4.6 of exclusive common elements. Looks like it was recently redone at 2022. How do you feel about that leading photo, Danny?
Mm,
Interesting
wouldn't be
choice,
my
huh?
choice. Wouldn't be my
Yeah,
choice.
yeah,
Busy
interesting.
kitchen. Not
Yep,
everyone's about the kitchen. I think that's maybe one thing to be like not everyone loves being in the kitchen like you and I do. We love to cook.
yep.
And we love to be in the kitchen, love to experiment. Not everyone loves the kitchen, and especially a cluttered, messy kitchen that can be a bit triggering for people. So
I hear it. I want to see what's behind this window here, man.
that too.
Get rid
Either
of
it's something not worth looking at, or someone forgot to roll that up.
There it is. So we've got this cancellation here in Napili Villas. 899 900 got you a three-bedroom, two-bath there. REO, so real estate owned. So this means it's a bank-owned property. So in the remarks, I knew about this property because we've got a listing in here. But what the deal was is although it's foreclosed, the previous owner still lives here. And part of your duties as the new owner would be you would have to evict those people that are living there. So I feel like that's probably why it didn't sell. Somebody didn't want to kick somebody out, maybe get some bad vibes. I do know how to handle these situations here. So if they come up and somebody's interested in a property with it, we could talk about it. But that's now been canceled. This one here at the Honuakai, 2 bedroom, 2 bath. These are great vacation rentals, but man, all the money for the fees, 2772. Run like a hotel. I want to say that involves the electricity there, but I could be wrong. 1,080 square feet. So they live large. This one was in the back of the one of the structures. So you get the West Maui views, 133 days. Didn't do any price reduction, stayed firm. Going to take that one off and let it air out for a little bit. This one expired at the Grand Champions there. Grand Champions is technically zoned apartment, so some uncertainty there. Been on the market for half a year and did not touch that price there. Definitely looks like an upgraded unit. So that one tapped out. This one here at the Valley Isle, man, that's a bit of a deal, bro, for a 2 bedroom, 2 bath. 995, 1,040 square feet. Fees were 2225. Valley Isle did recently do separate meters in all the units there, so no longer are the fees including electricity. But yeah, tapped out on that one there. The sad thing is this beach has gone away quite a bit. There's a lot of big sandbags on there, which I think a lot of people find kind of alarming. Here's a beautiful rental in Wailea McKenna area, Danny. If you got a big family, it's 6 bedrooms, 8 baths, 7466 square feet, only run you $39,000 a month, Danny. So somebody invested in this as a rental property. Kaanapali Shores, this guy expired here, 890 square feet, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. It's been on there for almost half a year. Fees are $1,651 there. Run just like a hotel. Hotel zone. Fees do include all the electricity as well. This guy finally went pending, Danny, after being listed aspirationally at $755. Tells me they got close to $680 though. 2 bedroom, 2.5 bath, $935. Kealani Gardens is nice. They do offer you a little bit of a backyard in there, so it makes for a nice alternative to a actual house. This one went fairly quick, Danny, Maui Banyan. Remind me, this one is vacation rentable hotel zoned. Am I correct?
Correct.
And what are we looking at there? Cam 2 Beach, Kamaole 2. Look at that gorgeous beach right in front there. 1,549,000, maintenance fees 1,174 square feet, 2 bedroom, 2 bath. Somebody said, I'll take it. Got a few more to get through. This one here pending, single bedroom or single family home, 2 bedroom, 1 bath Ohana, not CPR, still on half an acre, 985. Somebody said, I'll take it after 6 days on the market. And this one here up in Kulamanu, great neighborhood there. Not the typical acreage that you find up in Kula. These are a little more manageable, 0.41 acres or 0.41 acres, 1795 for 2280 square feet. Ended up getting 1735 in the end. I do love that neighborhood there. Cool vibes. And this one we end up with up in Molokai, up in Kalai. Kalai is where it gets a bit cooler. This is also where you go to look at the lookout to Kalaupapa. That was a 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 1,006 square feet. That was on 0.7 acres. Somebody did some rehab there in 2020. It ended up getting 530 for cash. Anything you want to add to the Hulahan here, Danny? I'm going to stop sharing.
Good ride for today. Thanks for
There
hanging
it
out with
is.
us. If you have
Yeah.
questions, drop them in the comments. Otherwise, we'll
Yep.
see you for Aloha Friday.
All right, guys, we are adding a new feature here to the Hulahan. We are doing something called Deal of the Week. Probably going to start unveiling those on Thursdays, but it's a deep dive into something that we think is a deal. Could be land, could be condo, could be house. If you think that would be interesting, definitely stop by.
Deal of the week. See you there.
Boom.